Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Today, we are going to meet a social entrepreneur and educationist who is very well known for a unique initiative of one of its kind university, KISS, Kalinga Institute of Social Sciences, which is the first one and probably the only residential university for indigenous people. And he did not stop there. He went on to create many more wonderful institutions to make the lives of students better. So let's meet Professor Achyut Samanta. Welcome, sir. Thank you for spending
Thank you
time
very much.
So, sir, the first thing that comes to my mind while talking to you is you set a goal for yourself, and that goal was quite different from others. Others usually, when they progress their career path, they think about making a career in some kind of a industry and reaching some heights, or they target a kind of amount of money which they want to make. These are the kind of targets people keep for themselves. But the target that you gave yourself was upliftment of poor. So, what is behind this, and what is behind this thought, and what propelled you towards this direction?
And thank you very much. You have asked a very heart-touching question to me. You see, whenever anybody does anything, definitely he or she has that much of background or brought up. So when Dr. Samant is doing for the poor, so he was not only born poor, he was brought up in poor. So this is the passion I had from my childhood because of my own experience towards the poor. As I was born poor, I was brought up poor, I know how the humiliation one poor person or child has to face before the entire world. So that's why, as you have asked, everybody has its goals and everything. That's why my goal is to serve the poor and to see the smiling face with the poor children, not only in Odisha but also in different parts of the country. And I have been doing it for the last 33 years, since 92 till date. And I have been very successful for eradication of poverty, hunger, illiteracy, malnutrition, superstition, everything in my own way with a permanent solutions like education. Because education is the permanent solution. I am not doing just in a halfway. Someone is not getting food just to throw some food. Someone not getting education just to give them education up to 5th standard. No. The institute you have uttered, Kalinga Institute of Social Science, is the one of its kinds in the entire world. Nowhere such type of institutes one will find. So I have been doing it in my own way, in my own goal, as you have told, and because of my own experience from my childhood.
So, sir, what was the thought process? What did you think? How do I want to tackle this, poverty
Thought process is very simple. As I had having the same types of experience. How I was born very poor. I lost my father when I was only 4 years old. How we 7 brothers and sisters and widow mothers were not getting even one square meal in 2 days. So that type of things we had experienced side by side. We had got the education. So similarly, it's my passion to see that no poor child should be deprived of quality education or the decent life. That is the thought process.
and you went door to door to convince tribal community.
That was initially for first 10 years it was very difficult because I started 92-93 when nobody has thought of bringing tribals or the marginalized children to the mainstream through quality education. Nobody thought of. In those days, the name of Odisha also was not known so popularly outside Odisha, etc. And tribals were most affected and they are staying in the dense forest and there are many bad things with the tribals. So that's why, because of superstition, initially they were thinking that my child will be sold, eyes of my child will be sold, or kidney of my child will be short. So they are all in their own mind, they should be, because at that time there was no organizations like this bringing from the dense forest and putting them in a boarding schools and giving them quality education, a decent life. It was daydream for everybody. That's why initially for first 10 years it was very difficult to convince the parents of the tribal children, but as we had a strong passion, that's why we could succeed it. Now it is the most successful model in the entire world.
Right. So this is actually a, yeah, as you said, very unique model. So when you thought about this, so were you convinced that it is going to work practical level at the ground level? How did you convince yourself that this is going to work? Because nobody has ever tried that before.
Whatever I have done till date, it is the God's blessings, God's creation. I am just instrument to implement the things. But from the beginning, I had confidence on myself, on my work, that definitely I will be successful. That's why I started when I was only 25 years old. I started this venture. And now the things were materialized because of the God's blessings and also good wishes from many people associated with my work.
You had a very humble beginning with, I think, 5,000 rupees and two-room university kind of a setup. From there, you've grown to this level. So, what was the journey like? How did you manage to, take that small initial step to a larger giant leap?
You have told the right things. It was quite horrible journey, but it was possible again with the God's grace. I will be happy if you can show the some parts of our campus. We have created 30 campus spreading over 36 square kilometer area, and the most beautiful campus full of greenery, ambience, everything so beautiful. It is just like one will feel he or she is in Europe, America. So that type of campus has been constructed from the 5,000 rupees we have started in two rented house, both kit and keys. So we have given our entire life for this cause, and slowly it has come up. Now it is appreciated by one and all in the entire globe, by all policymakers. Everybody appreciates this magnitude of this universities and also the quality of this university. It is not only infrastructure, all qualities, all qualities.
So, was there any kind of a support available from around the system around you, or you were a lone warrior? How did this happen?
I am lone warrior, no doubt, but naturally everybody extend his supporting hand whenever I need it. But there is no financial support from anybody else. We have tried our level best for finance to take bank loans and other things, but people have extended their support. Otherwise, how all these things would have been possible?
So, tell us some kind of a support system that you had in terms of friends or community. So, how this help has reached the KISS?
When I have this strong determination to do this, so definitely slowly, whenever I need any support, anything else, support means does not mean someone will come voluntarily and will help me to execute these things. That is not the support. I thought, I executed, I did it. Whenever the support, like suppose some approval is needed, so definitely we should fulfill the norms and we will get the approval. Some financial hands, the banks came forward to give the financial help. Some lands are required. The government and private came forward and got the money and gave the lands. So this is this type of support. Support does not mean somebody has given any support without any reason or any undue support. That things has not happened in this case. We have put our heart and soul and we have given our everything for creation of such a beautiful organizations.
The manner in which any education should be imparted. You've been an innovator in that sense. So you believe in holistic development of a child, and skill development, and all those areas that one should impart while the education is on. Currently, we've seen NEP 2020. So how do you think that document is like very close to your kind of a thinking also? So how do you take that document as? Is it progressive? Is it going to help us?
This National Education Policy 2020 is very nice, very good. Definitely it will be beneficial to the staff, students, institute, and of course definitely our country. And we are very much happy. Both KIT and KISS are working much ahead than the NEP 2020. We have fulfilled most of the objectives of NEP 2020, and rest of the objectives whatever is NEP 2020, definitely that is very good for the students. Be it credit bank, be it any other thing. So many good things are there in NEP 2020. But if you see as per the NEP 2020, KIT is a multifaceted university with 40,000 students from Pan India and from 65 countries. And we have so many faculties and everything. And rest of the things, whatever mentioned in NEP 2020, we have implemented. NEP 2020 generally speaks one should have the huge universities, cater to the needs of many thousands of students. It should be multifaceted university. So all these things we have already done it. And whatever you are told, it is the exclusive or inclusive growth of the entire things. Like here we have taken care of skill education, sports education, so many things we are very good here. That's why we fulfill the objectives of NEP, and NEP whatever signifies with respect to benefit to the staff, students, institutes, that also we are now we are implementing.
As you mentioned sports, that takes me to a legendary, you can say, event that happened, which was perpetrated by you. You put India on the map of rugby, international map of rugby. So what has been your kind of association with sports?
So along with education, we have started promoting of sports also. And for your kind information, we have new institute and new university. Only 27 years old institute and also 20 years old universities. But within these 25 years, we have developed the entire thing so nicely. And sports, we are the, I can say we are the best in the country. Why I am telling best in the country? Highest amount of international standard sports infrastructure created in one place in the country, that is Kit and Kiss. This Olympic, we have sent our 15 students to the Paris Olympics. Till date, we have produced 24 students as Olympians and many Arjun awardee वगैरह. And KIT itself has got all the sports award, starting from Government of India, Khel Prochana Samman, and other awards also KIT has got. So we are taking care of sports very nicely. All sports events are used to be held here. We hosted Khelo India University Games. We hosted Janjati Khelo Motsav. All Government of India sports event, first we hosted here with all facilities. And in this way, the students are happy that here all these things are happening for the proper growth of the students. They are not confined within education or the classrooms. So whatever is needed in the present age, and you can see we are much ahead. We can think of, we started our sports initiative before 20-22 years.
So what makes me mention rugby is because that is one sport which
Hey,
nobody plays in India.
Rugby, we are very good because from the zero we have made hero rugby. Rugby has now visible in the country or beyond country. The courtesy goes to KISS, Kalinga Institute of Social Science.
So another thing that we would like to talk to you about is the program of yours, Art of Giving. So what is that program and how did that come up?
You see, I am a bachelor. I lead a very simple life in a rented house. Very simple life. Nobody will find anything in my name. I am a very good social reformer besides social worker. I always think about the good things for the society. So once in 2013, I thought of Art of Giving, the concept, that is the philosophy of life, just to spread the message of peace, happiness, harmony, friendship among the people in the Art of Giving does not mean just to give some wealth or money to someone. It should be in any form, in any time. Suppose I am telling you few sweet words. If it suits you or any difficulty is removed, that's also the art of giving. It is not a question of just to give some money or wealth. It is not the question. Yeah. Though art of giving means that, but it is a question of just to spread the message of here. And it has been celebrating since 2013 every year on 17th May in ins and outs of India and also the 120 countries in the globe by my fan and followers. Now it has become a good revolution, art of giving. So it's very nice concept, and I used to tell people that in the present age, so much misery, so much tension, so many things, and people are not getting any happiness. Though they are earning huge, but they are very big, but they are not getting happiness. So art of giving just to give them happiness,
So what kind of impact are you seeing on ground of this program?
The huge impact I have seen in the last 11 years it has created among the people in the country. On the people there is a huge impact. People have started loving the people, because if you love someone, you will remove many things from your mind. Suppose I love my mother, you love your mother, so there should not be any negativity in my mind towards my mother or anything towards my mother. If someone starts loving others, definitely that person will keep himself happy, and that person will gives happiness to others. So it is a very simple theory, but we never practice. That's why it has a huge impact on the people in the society.
Amid all these engagements and everything that you do each day in and out, so do you ever find time for yourself? And if yes, what do you do then?
I have not got time for myself till date, and I am very happy God has made me bachelor. I am alone. I lead, again I am telling, I lead very simple life in a rented house. You all will be surprised to know that till date food is not being cooked in my house. Wherever I am sitting, I used to take my food, lunch, dinner, etc. So this type of simple life, and I have been working 16 to 18 hours per day for the last 33 years without taking a single day break for my leisure, or God has not put me on bed suffering from fever or cold even for one day. That's why it is not possible to get time for myself, but I am very much happy that entire things has come up because of the hard work I have been putting 17-18 hours per day for the last 33 years. Otherwise, it is not a creation of only building, it is a creation of one empire for next generation, next generation.
So sir, from a scratch you have come a long way. So what is the way forward? Where do you want to take this further?
You see, I am more socially inclined. I am doing very good social work, etc. Not only Kalinga Institute of Social Science keeps home for these thousands and thousands children, but also it has branches in many other districts of Odisha. And definitely I will be more concentrating on my social work, and definitely in case of KIT we are concentrating more on quality education, internationalization of higher education, many good things we are doing every day. If you see the media, social media, today UN status, tomorrow UNB status, SUIPL status, Guinness World Record, all these things we have been doing throughout the year. That's why we will be adding good things in the coming days also for the country, state, and also KIT and KISS.
Right, that's wonderful to hear, sir, and we wish you all the best,
Thank you
that
very
you
much.
succeed in all your missions and make us happy and proud both as a country and as people.
Thank you very much.
So this was Professor Samantha. Using the power of education and social entrepreneurship to bring about a positive change. We hope that many of us will follow his footsteps and try to do something better, something good for the country, and make Viksit Bharat a reality. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.